Welcome to this video of Big Data Analytics, the much more awaited video which everyone wanted. The important questions of all the 5 modules we are going to discuss here. I repeat, important questions, not the exact questions which you will get in your exam, okay? Because I am also a student like you. I have analyzed all the previous year questions, the internal question paper, as well as the model question paper, and I have framed all the set of questions. So keeping fingers crossed, let's expect we can have these questions in our question paper on the day of exam. Okay, but to be on the safer side, I request you to please go through the modules in depth. The module wise individual module wise explanation has been uploaded in the YouTube channel, so please go and watch. And if you are still not watched, then please go and share and subscribe and watch the video first, and then you can come here and see the question bank answers. So first we have is define big data and explain the different versions of big data definitions. So big data already it's defined and how you are defining the big data in various definitions. We have 2 to 3 definitions of big data. You have to explain them. Next is the characteristics of big data and explain the big data characteristics of big data with respect to images of a satellite. We already know the 4 V's are present, the 4 V's, and how will you link this 4 V's with the images taken by a satellite. Explain them with detail. Explain cap theorem. Explain cap theorem in the sense how consistency, then availability and partition tolerance, how they're connected in a distributed system. Like you have to explain it with the help of a diagram already explained in the video. Next you have is the classification of data with examples like structured, semi-structured, unstructured data. Discuss big data classification types with examples. Explain scalability and big data processing. Next we have is the architecture, big data architecture of big data. That is nothing but all the 5 layers which was present. Next is explain the following: data sources, data quality, data pre-processing. Explain all this definitions with detail. Explain what is a data store, what are the characteristics of big data platform, one of the important questions. Next is a case study question which says how a toy company can optimize the benefits using big data analytics. Again, you have to mention how you are collecting the data based upon the customer feedback, and then one by one you are manufacturing it. What all steps are there, you have to explain in detail. Okay, then how the BDA is mainly used in marketing, frauds, medicine, as well as advertising. Everything is there in the notes. How big data is mainly used in chocolate and automobile industry, again given in the notes. What is grid computing? Explain the features and also the drawbacks of grid computing, already mentioned in the explanation of the module 1 video. So in module 1, these 14 questions are very much important. So if we are studying all the 14 questions thoroughly, you will get questions from here only. I can um, say this pretty sure, because pretty much we have covered each and every topic only. And also one more thing, like not all the questions we can expect from 10 marks. It can have a sub breakage also. So in spite of thinking every question as a 10 marks question, we can think that yes, some questions may have a certain breakdown of marks. So make sure that you are studying each and every module thoroughly, and then you are coming back to the important questions, because even I can't make sure like this these questions will only come on the exam. But yes, from here only you will get, because majority things are covered. Okay, so next is module 2. Module 2 is what is Hadoop and core components of Hadoop. Everything is given in the video. That is MapReduce 1, MapReduce 2. Then you have is HDFS. Then you have yarn. Then ecosystem with a need diagram. You have to explain what are the features of Hadoop. Then explain the Hadoop physical organization. Brief about the yarn execution model, and explain the MapReduce framework with the programming model. This is one of the important questions from module 2. Then module 3, module 2 was a very small topic. That's why these covering the 6 questions will cover the entire module 2 only. Next is module 3, big data management, MongoDB and Cassandra. First, they may ask the difference between NoSQL and SQL, MongoDB versus RDBMS. Next is explain the key features of big table, RC, ORC, and Parquet data stores, already explained in the video. Next is define key value data store, already there. Pros and cons of distribution using sharding. What is the pros and cons? Already mentioned. NoSQL, MongoDB, Cassandra characteristics you have to mention with one sample program also, because all these things if you mention with program, then you are getting the maximum marks. Okay, in this way only you have to score in this paper. Next is describe the features of MongoDB. You will explain and its industrial application. What are the different ways of handling the big data? Then you have is define NoSQL. Explain big data NoSQL with features, transaction, and solution. Now describe the graph database and typical use cases. Next you have is the shared nothing SN architecture. Followed by that, you have this NoSQL data architecture patterns. What are the characteristics of schema-less models? You have a diagram for this. So guys, always try to attempt those questions which will have a diagram, because uh, if you are attempting those questions, the diagram will carry half of the marks, and the remaining marks will go forward with the explanation. So make sure you are attempting the diagram based questions only to get the maximum marks in your BDA paper. This is done. What are base properties? You have to cover, you have to expand all the full the base, how you expanded into it, and explain the properties. Now write a code in MongoDB for create a collection and add an array into a collection. It is one of the sample codes. You have to write it. Then is example of SQL commands. Next you have is what are the drawbacks of big data and how to overcome the big data problems. Again, is given in the explanation. So this covers module 3 uh, of NoSQL database management. But I would say yes, it is somewhat similar to NoSQL database subject also. But since for the sake of exam you have to study for big data, I have explained everything whatever was required for this subject. So you are in a good position to score the maximum marks. Yes, okay. Next is module 4. Module 4 is again we are dealing with MapReduce programming model. Many very important question. Okay, I am giving some. I don't know how many stars I should give because it has occurred so many times in all the question paper. Okay, so you can't leave this. You can't even think of leaving. Then next is how to compose the MapReduce calculation. This is important. Now third is what are the different relational algebraic operations you can perform. I have mentioned selection, projection, then join, union, then what was there? Some more was there. I was not able to recall. Please go and check in the video. Okay, some 5 to 6 relational DBMS operations can be happened in MapReduce. So you have to explain it everything with the help of with the help of an example, and make sure you are making use of tables to explain the process. Okay. Now in Hive, describe the features, architecture, installation process. You will describe what is Hive. Next is compare Hive and RDBMS. Again, differentiate between. Explain the different Hive data types already mentioned. Discuss Hive data model with data flow sequences, how it is flowing from one block to another. You have to explain with a diagram. A series of diagram was present. Just go through it properly. Next is Hive inbuilt function. What are inbuilt functions are present in Hive? Next is define Hive QL and write a code to create, show, drop, query operations if a toy company. It's nothing but a SQL code only you have to write. Okay, where you're creating a database, you are trying to show a certain entities there, then you try to drop it, then you try to query some operation, then you drop the table. Okay, next is explain table partitioning, bucketing, views and aggregation with HiveQL, already explained. Next is explain pig architecture with application and features. Pig architecture, the grand shell, pig latent script, everything you have to mention in detail, and then you explain within the diagram. Next you have is difference between pig and MapReduce, pig and SQL. Next you have is the pig installation steps, followed by that pig relation operation, what all you can do, and explain the user defined functions in a pig programming model. So this 14 questions mainly, sorry, 15 questions will majority covers the entire module 5, module 4 of your this one big data analytics. So again, these questions, some are from the model question paper, some are from the previous year questions also, but some I have taken from internal question paper as well, because if you have a too many questions, then you get an idea like which one is more important, which one is more scoring for the exam. So yes, this is done, module 4. Next we have module 5. Module 5 mainly deals with all the machine learning algorithms. Okay, where first question it was asking about text mining across pipeline, text mining phases and challenges. The entire text processing only appeared in one of the papers. Okay, next is define naive Bayes, support vector machines and binary classification, formula, explanation, diagram. Mandatorily, don't forget this, of don't even forget of putting formula, explanation and diagram when it comes about. Discuss all this important definition. Next is again web analytics. Then you have a page rank. Page rank, we have formula plus diagram. You have to cover them, and structure of the web analysis using graph. Next, what are hubs and authorities? Again, it mainly comes under social networks. Okay. Next is explain social network as a graph and social network analytics. You have to mention everything in detail. You have to draw graphs and everything, like how you are linking communities and all. Next is discuss clustering, same rank, countering tangles, and discovery about communities. You discuss about everything. Next question is analysis of variance, ANOVA, and correlationship with the linear and the relation and correlation indicators of linear relationship is nothing but your linear regression. Okay. Next is explain the regression analysis in detail. Next you have is linear non-linear relationship with graphs you have to mention. Next is multiple regression. What is multiple regression? How it helpful in forecasting and optimization. Next is what is k-means clustering. Explain naive Bayes algorithm, naive Bayes theorem with example. That means example you have to take formula, that's it, and explain what are the individual components in the particular formula. Then a priori algorithm, one numerical question is there for a priori algorithm, which is the same question only, which has occurred for all the question papers. I'll explain this algorithm numerical once I cover the module 5. So this we mark an end of important questions of big data analytics. I repeat, important questions, not the exact question. Okay, so keeping fingers crossed, yes, we can trust like these are the ultimate questions only where we can expect questions in our final exam. So yes, prepare each and every modules thoroughly. Don't leave even a single topic also, because the subject is really very scoring. And yes, if you're following you are in the right channel, you are getting the best explanation, for sure you will get the marks. Okay, so wish you all the best for big data analytics. Thank you guys.